can't see, if you want to stand, sort of make sure anyone behind you can see me. There are still about 60 people coming. So if you're standing up, you might want to sit down because there are people behind you that cannot see. Thank you. Can everyone hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
What station is it?
I am.
89.3.
You know,
Alright guys, so nice to meet you. My name is Nick. Give me a shout if I went to your school. Awesome. I'm going to try not to move because of the bugs. I promise I'm not moving anymore. Alright. Guys, my name is Nick. I'm originally from Australia. And I just want to tell you that my story is very simple. My message is really simple. It's all about faith, love, and hope. And I just want to thank you so much for coming here. Please forgive us that they did not allow us to use the sports field. They didn't allow us. They only use the sports field for sports stuff. So even though the mayor's here, they still didn't give us the permission. And so thank you for your grace. I'm 31 years old, and I was born in Australia. And some kids come up to me and they like shocked about how I look, and they're like, what happened? So I go up to them and I say, cigarettes. and one day I was in a car, and I love freaking people out, right? So one day, imagine that I'm in a car seat and all you see is my head, right? So I just did this. And she thought my head did a 360-degree spin. And she was like, really encourage you to sit on your butt if you can, and stay on your butt for the people behind you. Please guys, sit on your butts. Thanks so much. I now live in California, and the greatest updates in the last 2 years is that me and my beautiful bride, Kanae, got married. And 1 year and 1 day after we got married, we actually became parents to our son, Kiyoshi. He is so beautiful. He's got 45 million views on Facebook. It's crazy. 2.5 million likes on one photo. He's more famous than me. And he's already my height. My wife is the most amazing person I've ever met, never will meet in the world. I am just so thankful to meet her husband. She's not here tonight. She says hello. We went deep sea fishing. I put my toe in the water, hoping a big marlin would come. Nothing came. But we love now. We actually came here for our honeymoon, and we love this place. We, Lord willing, will be back next year. In a big stadium.
Yeah!
If you come, will you come?
Yeah!
Will you bring a friend?
Yeah!
Awesome. So guys, real quick, there was no medical reason why I was born this way. And we all have ups and downs, ups and downs, ups and downs. And in our life, sometimes fear cripple us more than having no arms, no legs. You can have no arms, no legs, but not know what to do do with them. The greatest 2 days of your life is the day that you were born and the day you knew why. And I want you to know that I did not know why I was born, and I did not know why I should live. And 12.8% of teenagers in Hawaii attempt suicide.
Wow.
When I was 10 years old, I tried to kill myself because of the bullying at school. That's why we went to every single middle school and high school in Maui. We're still doing St. Anthony's and Maui High tomorrow. And I want you to know in your life that there are all sorts of bullying in life. Sometimes we get bullied in the home. Sometimes we get bullied in school. Sometimes we get bullied in the workplace. But the biggest, saddest bullying that happens is when you bully yourself. When you let the lies trigger and echo in your mind again and again. I want you to know that your value is not determined on other people's opinion first. Second, if you're being abused at home, tell someone. You can't do this on your own. Go to a church, find a support group, report it to somebody. So when I was a kid, I had no idea what kind of job I would get. I had no idea if I'd get married or not. I had no idea that I'd have a family. And I was worried about, well, how am I going to hold my wife's hand? What I realized is I don't need hands to hold my wife's heart.
Yeah.
It's not about the outer stuff that everyone gets down upon. It's not about how you look. It's not about how popular you are either. It's about you understanding your value is not determined on other people's opinion, on how you look, on where you're from, how much money you have, what your parents are like. It's nothing to do with that. You are beautiful just the way that you are. There's never been another you, there is not another you, and there will never ever be another you. And so I want you to know that you are irreplaceable.
That's right.
Nick Vujicic isn't precious just because he's a speaker. Nick Vujicic was Nick Vujicic before he became a speaker.
That's right.
You don't need to be some sort of big guy or have a job or have that stuff to feel like you're important. Some of you feel like you're going to go to college and hopefully do some sort of occupation. You don't go to college to learn how to be a janitor, and some of you don't have a goal to be a janitor at a high school. Well, let me tell you, the janitor at my high school changed my life. It wasn't in his job description to change my life, but he did it anyway. He didn't get paid to change my life, but he did it anyway. He didn't have a lot of, if you think, a lot of reward, but he did it anyway. Guess what? He was the guy to come up to me one day and say, "You're going to be a speaker." And I said, "What?" He said, "You're going to be a speaker." And I said, "And what am I going to speak about?" And he said, "Well, it's easy. You're going to share your story." And I said, "I don't have a story." He said, "Yes, you do." I said, "No, I don't." He said, "Nick, there's a group of students, about 10 of them, that get together every Friday, and we really want you to come and speak." And I said, "No way, Jose. You're crazy." For 3 months, he said, "Please come speak. Please come speak." And I said, "No, no, 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 no." Finally, he twisted my arm. And I said, "Yes." I spoke in front of 10 people for 10 minutes. And some people cried. crying. I'm like, are you okay? And she said, yes. I was just touched. And I said, who touched you? And I didn't know that I would be a speaker. I didn't know that I could be a miracle. I wanted a miracle. I needed a miracle. I was looking for a miracle. But I want you to know that you don't know what can come from your broken pieces until you give your broken pieces a chance. I had no idea that 7, 8 years ago, when I'd be 24 years old, that I'd be in front of 300 people and a guy would hold up a limbless kid with no arms, no legs, and a little foot just like me. And I'm like, awesome, dude. We're going to wrestle later on. We bring up the kid on stage. He's looking up at me. I'm looking down at him. He had a little foot just like me. And I put my foot on his little foot, and he smiled, and everyone cried. Why? Because it was a miracle. Don't tell me you can't be a miracle for someone else. I've seen brokenness. I've seen crap in my life, guys. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen hunger. I've seen starvation. I've seen death. I've seen loss of loved ones, including my own first cousin at 27 years old when he was 27. He died of bowel cancer. My wife's father died of cancer before I got to meet him at 50 years old. I want you to know I've seen pain, and I've also seen pain to the point of slavery. I've seen the 16-year-old girls who have been kidnapped and then sold by their parents into prostitution. What beautiful things can come from that? That's hell. I can't imagine going through that. I can't. But I want you to know that these girls, they're not only sometimes rescued, they sometimes actually decide to leave. These girls are not sold forever. They're only sold for 3 years. But after 3 years, they feel like there is no hope. When you feel like there is no hope, you don't look for hope. How many feet do I have? 1. Put your hand up if you think I have 1. Put your hand up if you think I have 2. Put your hand up if you think I have 4. I actually have 2 feet. I have a little one right here. Can you see it? It's right here. Maybe you can't see it. I'm sorry. But I have a little one on my right, all right? But it's right here, little one, right? And so I got my little foot. Did you see my second foot? Yeah. No. But if you only believe what you see, you will miss out on the greatest miracles of all. These girls were rescued by my friends. It's called Dave. Dave went in to pay off the debt of some girls, rescued them, convinced them that there is hope. They now have a job, and they're not saving for a car, they're not saving for a house, they're saving now to go set another girl free. That to me is a miracle, one of the greatest miracles of all. So I don't know your brokenness, because I can tell you right now that if you've been grew up in a divorced situation, or your mom and dad were fighting all the time, I want you to know that if you've been in a broken home, that's worse than having no arms and no legs. I'm not going through more than you, and I'm just one person to tell you, don't give up. There is hope. If someone rapes my daughter, him going to life in prison to me still will not heal my daughter's heart. To me, even life in prison is not justice. He did something to her that can't be